Hello, my name is Kashibai, and welcome to these Forbidden Fruits, fellow fallen. How are you? How are you in this space-time, this very dense, wonderful world? I see fields of green, red roses too. I see them gleam, right? I don't know, for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you very much. I know that was amazing, but I remember that was the first song that I listened to with my Uncle Roscoe that I really was like, I really felt it. I had been like 4 years old, maybe 5. Anyway, I remember exactly where I was at. So I've been listening to Teal Swan, oh bless her heart. And you know what else I had on my mind earlier today? Food, glorious food. I know that my family's trauma, and one of my families, even if it's not my ancestral, it may not be DNA provided, but it is definitely a thing. Issues with money, concerns of money. You have to work hard to get the money. Enough is never enough. Even when it's plenty, even if it would feed an entire fucking, small village in Africa, a week of your pay would feed an entire village in Africa. For my family, now, enough is never enough. Now, I'm not saying that enough wasn't perfect before, in my grandfather's lifetime. Like, enough was okay. Enough made we got the bills paid and everything was good. I'm saying that they felt as though they were lacking money and finances, or enough to find, to be able to spoil themselves as well as give to their children. They might have felt as though it was not enough. But then I have to remember that my grandfather's generation came from a generation of people that went through the Great Depression, that were living in the Great Depression. Not born, but living during that time. And so they were lacking. And then, possibly. But I'm seeing this in my family. Okay, so this is my forbidden fruit today. They saw that in their family, and I'm pretty sure that this is happening on a worldwide level, because our great grandparents, at least my age, or our great grandparents, they went through the Great Depression. 7 lines down, and then it repeats. 7 generations, and then it repeats. It's the mark of Cain, the wanderer. No one will kill him, but he needs to learn. He needs to share his offering of grace that God gave him. And anyway. So what I'm trying to say is, I have enough. I have everything. I have more than enough. What is it? God is my shepherd, I lack nothing. My past being God, because God is the all. Okay, so God is my past, and my family's past, and their family's past. They lack nothing. God isn't only their shepherd. God is their history. God is their abundance. I lack nothing. And you lack nothing. you aren't only good enough, you're better than good. You know, you're doing better than the family before, whether you want to believe it or not. If you're listening to me, you're doing better than your history, okay? And you can continually improve and evolve and be better and do better. The problem is witnessing it. And I live in a storage unit, but I'm rich. I am rich. I never have to worry about spending money at the gas station, spending too much money at the gas station, you know. Am I going to have enough food to feed myself? No, of course I will. Of course I will, because God feeds the birds. Now, say that your family lineage had been overly abundant in generations before. And yet, they tell you that you need to work hard, but you've never seen them lift a finger in their life. You then believe that you have enough and more than enough, and of course you do. God will find a way to sustain you, as long as you have a purpose and as long as you have, you know. Well, anyways, regardless, if your family had money and felt comfortable in life and always had more than enough, your mentality is to more than likely feel as though you don't have to put in any effort whatsoever to continue that momentum, because they showed you that there's no worries. And there really aren't any worries, but that's only if you have faith. You have to have faith that God feeds the birds to be fed. You have to have faith that you can sustain your life and God will sustain you. You have to have faith that God will sustain you. But without works, faith is dead. You do nothing, you get nothing. You don't, you know, and you even the doing of praising Him. Thank you. Thank you. You know, thank you so much for that bird that was singing in my window today. Thank you so much for rising me up out of my bed this morning. You know, thank you. Thank you for my children. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for, you know, my cat, my pet, my mother, my father. Thank you for all of these people. Thank you for all of this food. Thank you. Because that's showing faith in and of itself. You're saying thank you to someone other than yourself, other than, you know, your significant other that made you the meal. You're also saying thank you because we had the meal to eat. And how else could we have a meal to eat if we didn't have a earth to walk on that was created by a God that feeds the birds? You don't show faith. You don't show action, as in even just saying thank you. That's that. And then you get stuck in this, you know, this mentality of, I don't need to work for it. Everything just comes to me. I don't have to, you know, do anything. I just blink my eyes and here's a 5-course meal. That's not, you know, and so you start lacking. You start lacking because you are lacking the most crucial element, which is connection to source. And anyways, like, it checks my ass that, you know, I can't bring more people to this understanding. I am rich. My family has plenty. They have more than enough, you know, and they have more than enough because they were built on responsibility and hard work. And they weren't built on faith. They worked hard for what they got. Then I see others who are blessed and don't have faith. You know, that's the weirdest part to me. Blessed with abundance beyond what was necessary and still did not say thank you. So we're in this faithless, effortless world of, oh, God feeds the birds, he's going to feed me too, but I don't have to say thank you, and I don't have to acknowledge that. I mean, and here's another thing. Our mother, our father, they were our gods. And so yes, saying thank you to them is important. Of course it is. Of course you need to be grateful. Or at least you should. I feel you should. But you shouldn't just be grateful for the things that they provide you, but the things that they put you through, you know, the hell that you went through to try to love them or to be loved by them. That's another really big issue. I am grateful to my dad for telling me consistently that I needed to work tremendously hard to get what I need to survive in this world, because it brought me to the point where I didn't want to work at all, because I worked really hard as a child, but I was never lacking. And even if I didn't get everything that I wanted, I had everything that I needed, and I appreciate him for that so much. And the lessons, the ultimate lesson was, I have it already. I don't need to work hard for it. 11:44 when I looked. I have it already. And what is the purpose of me striving and pushing? I live in a storage unit and I am rich. I am rich with faith and love. And whether that be from outside forces or outside people, that be from God, I have it within me. I can find it whenever I need it. I can tap in to that abundance when necessary. And the abundance of the lesson, which is, you know, the generational karma that we have to get past, mine being, you're never going to be good enough and you have to work hard, and even when you work really hard, it's never enough. To someone else's, you know, everything's just given to you and you don't have to do anything in this life. You don't have to take any kind of responsibility. I mean, I don't know. There's a message in that. I know there's a message in that. It's rules for thee and not for me, that kind of mentality. If it hasn't slapped you in the face yet, it will, because the rules for thee are fears for me, you know, fears for me. Because, I mean, let's say that your dad was, let's say your dad came from the frickin', what do you call it? The cartel, right? He was making money, but he didn't want to see you fear the repercussions of what he was fearing every day. He wants you to take responsibility and work hard because of the fact that he isn't working hard, but he's afraid every day for his life. You know, not because of the lack of money, but because of the lack of morality, I guess, in some way or another. He knows that he's doing wrong. He doesn't want to see you do wrong. I'm not, but, you know, the wealth eventually runs out or the wealth increases, and it all depends on you. And our ancestral karma and what our parents told us is huge. It's not just our past life regressions and what have you, that we're not out here trying to heal our past lives, because I mean that happens when we heal ourselves in this lifetime. I mean, to look into them is obviously beneficial. Obviously, why wouldn't it be? But I'm going to let you go because I've got to take a couple puffs off a cigarette and go inside and get back to work. But these are the things that I've recognized more and more just while listening to others talk about spiritual journeys and what they've gone through in their life. And I know I've had it hard. But my latter days are better than my former days. And, you know, it really sucks when people's latter days will never be better than their former days because they think their former days were based in shit. When they were probably so blessed, you know? And yet, their abundance wasn't coming from God. Their abundance was coming from their generations before, where it was just, you don't have to work to get. You don't have to work to get. The generational karma battles both ways. Anyways, I don't know. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping this will touch somebody's heart. It's Valentine's Day. It is the best Valentine's Day I've had in a really long time. And I am alone. And I'm freezing. But I'm not cold within. It's just chilly outside. I love you. Enjoy your special day. Enjoy this time and space. And slow it down. Take some breaths. Go to 0 point. Maintain. Don't go into the mechanism. Maintain your awareness of you. Because you are so deserving of love. And that love comes from you paying attention to you. As within, so without. Love you. Bye.